Hello, sister. Thank you for joining us. Would you like to say your name and your congregation and where you live?
Okay. Thank you for that question. My name is Sister Nokwanda Bam. I'm from South Africa. And I'm a missionary sister of the Precious Blood, and which is an international congregation. It was founded in South Africa, and now it is worldwide.
Fantastic. At this interculturality workshop here in Rome, run by the International Unions of Superiors General, what's one of the most important insights you've learnt at this workshop?
For me, what was an eye-opener is the idea of looking at interculturality as an intentional, it's an intentional it's a commitment that we live together for a mission, basically. And now in the context of my congregation, we are missionary sisters of the Precious Blood, meaning that our mandate is the Precious Blood, to make the Precious Blood, the redeeming blood of Christ, known through our love, through our apostolates. So this for me, it was a common, what you call an eye-opener. And so this is what brings us together from different nationalities, but with a common purpose, with a common mission, and based on our faith.
Excellent. And also, in your local community of sisters in South Africa, how are you going to implement what you've learnt at this workshop?
Okay. Implementation, first of all, is to bring the workshop, to disseminate the workshop down to my sisters. Well, we are 4 of us, so I'll first look from the South African region. So basically, I hope to be conducting workshops in the 2 provinces in South Africa, which is Eastern Cape and the KwaZulu-Natal. And what I will bring, the content into that, is basically to understand our cultures, which is, we are a diverse congregation. So we bring in our culture so that we listen to each other, and also beyond each other's cultures, to understand our common mission and common vision, that we've been brought together for a common purpose. So we move from there. So it's the workshops and it's the sharing of our cultures, and what I will use, the model I will take is the mapping, bridging, and somehow to integrate all our differences. Yeah.
That's excellent. And what about for your congregation worldwide? What would you recommend to your congregational leader? What do you think needs to be done internationally on the whole area of interculturality?
Okay, I'll say my congregation has moved really in big strides, because the topic of interculturality has been going on about 2 years now. So what has happened so far is that we have common novitiates and common juniorate programs. These are programs that are preparing our young sisters so that they are internationally aware and versed of our diversity. So basically, we'll continue, because it's not like we are perfect. We'll continue to merge the provinces. Like in South Africa, we are 2 provinces. We need to be a 1 province. You know, in terms of personnel, the sisters have aged and are aging, so we need to put in our human resources together. So basically, there's still a lot of work to be done, and not just in South Africa and beyond. Some regions, there's so much of tribalism, so much of political issues that have affected the sisters, maybe individually and also as a community. So there's still a lot to do.
And also, how has this workshop here in Rome affected you personally and enriched you in your faith and ministry into the future?
Okay. In my faith, I think I've been revived. To say that I've been revived in my faith in the sense that I'll just quote Anthony Gittins. He said, "We've been whether we are from whatever background, we've been brought together. You know, there's neither a Jew, neither a Greek, neither female or male. So basically, this has kind of opened me also to move off my own territory. I became aware of my own ethnocentrism myself, and also my own issues of interculturality, the cultural shocks I've experienced in the other provinces, which pertain to language, the use of language, the differences in resolving conflicts. So that has broadened my own horizon now, and I can now accommodate other people to know that we are different. Others prefer more discussion models. Others are more accommodative or engaging. And yeah, so all of those communication styles have enriched me, and I will use them in my ministry as well.
Fantastic. One last question. Is there anything else you want to learn, any gaps in your knowledge that you want to learn in the future at perhaps another workshop or another event? Or is there still things you want to learn?
Okay. Maybe not so much of learning, because I would love first to see the outcome or the fruits of this interculturality workshop taking on, you know, in my congregation first. However, I wish that this workshop would also go, because my understanding is that it's not just for religious, it's also for people that are pastoral workers, so to say, or even, for all Christians, basically. It's for all Christians. So I wish this workshop, it can reach out to all Christians, you know, pastoral workers, male congregations as well, because like in the text yesterday, I was talking with one of the priests who were basically brothers in the sense that we are founded by the one founder, Abbot Francis Fana. So he says, so I began to share with him about this workshop and said, also in our congregation, we are moving towards this interculturality because in Europe there are no vocations. So now there is reversed transfers in terms of mission now. More missionaries may have to come from Africa to Europe. So basically, this is the struggle that they too are facing. So I wish that it also reaches out to male religious, not just female religious, and beyond to all Christians, because the center of interculturality basically is Christ. So I wish it goes further than religious borders.
Okay, thank you very much, Sister. I very much appreciate it. Thank you.